Hey there, are you considering buying a house and you've heard words like escrow, but you're not really sure what it means? Well, don't worry, in this video, we're gonna break down the escrow process into 10 simple steps. And by the end, you'll know exactly what to expect. So let's get started. Hey friends, I'm Holly Smith with the Cherry Tree Realty team of Keller Williams. So first things first, what is escrow? Escrow is like a safety zone for your money during your home purchase process. When you're buying a house, a neutral third party holds onto your earnest money deposit until all the conditions of the sale are met. Think of it like a safe place where your money stays until it's time to get the keys for your new home. After you and the seller agree on a price, and a real estate agent helps you open an escrow account. So basically you go under contract. Your deposit will be held either by the closing attorney or the broker. And this is where your good faith deposit, also known as your earnest money, goes. It shows the seller that you're serious about buying the house. The money in this account will eventually go towards your down payment. Next step, step 3, is seller's disclosures. At this step, the seller will tell you any issues about the house, like leaks or broken appliances and so forth. A seller in Georgia is required by law to disclose any latent defects to sellers, basically anything you could see. This is important because it helps you decide if you want to go through with the purchase. You'll want to make sure to look over the seller property disclosures to see if there's anything in there that would make you hesitate in moving forward with the home purchase. Step 4 is home inspections. This step is super important. You'll want to hire a home inspector to check for any problems with the house. They'll look for things like mold, pests, and even if the house is built on solid ground, so if you've got any foundation issues. If anything big comes up, you can ask the seller to fix them or to lower the price. If you aren't satisfied with the seller's response, you can terminate without penalty within your due diligence period. This period is usually around 5 to 10 days, depending on what your contract offer terms were. Step 5, the lender's appraisal. Next, your lender will order an appraisal, and when they have an expert come out, check the home's value to make sure it's worth the amount that you're borrowing. If the appraisal is lower than the offer, you might need to negotiate the price or pay the difference between the sales price and the appraised price. Either way, if the price appraised is different than the sales price, you've got another option to negotiate here, or you can terminate the agreement. Step 6. Okay, so now it's time to finalize your mortgage. Your lender will give you all the details about your loan, including your interest rate and closing costs. This is called a settlement statement. According to lending laws, you have to have received this loan disclosure 3 days prior to closing. Once everything looks good, you're one step closer to owning your home. This step, when a lender will share with a buyer that they have the clear to close when they get this closing disclosure. Step 7, buying insurance. Before you're closing, you're gonna need to buy homeowner's insurance. It'll get included in the cost of the loan, like once you're closing, but this protects your home from things like fire or storm damage. If you live in an area prone to floods or earthquakes, you might need to add that extra coverage too. The lender is going to require that you have insurance in order to close on the loan. So if you want to check around for quotes, it's a good idea to start this search once you're done with that home inspection kind of process. Step 8 is your title report and insurance. Your lender will also require a title report, and this makes sure that the seller really actually owns the property and that no one else has a claim to it. They're gonna check for any liens on the property, any back taxes, anything else that would cause a problem for you in the future. Title insurance will protect you from any legal issues that might come up later when you go to sell the property or to pass it along to heirs. The lender always has title insurance, but you'll want to have an owner's title insurance policy as well on the settlement statement. Don't risk your biggest purchase by cutting out this option. Step 9, your final walkthrough. Right before closing, you're going to do one final walkthrough of the house. This is your chance to make sure that everything is in the condition you expected and that any agreed upon repairs were made. If there is anything that isn't in good repair anymore, or the seller's items aren't moved out of the house, you're gonna wanna know that, right? You'll wanna know if a pipe has burst in the night or a tree has hit the house unexpectedly. This is the time to find out right before you close on the house. things have happened, y'all. Step 10, closing of escrow. Finally, it's closing time. You're gonna sign a whole bunch of papers and the escrow officer, or the closing attorney, is gonna prepare the deed and have you sign. After you make your final payment and the lender sends the money, you'll get the keys to your new home, and congrats, you'll be a new homeowner. And that's it. The escrow process or under contract steps can seem a bit overwhelming, but now you know what to expect and what each step involves. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more home buying tips. Thanks for watching, y'all. Take care. Till next time. See ya.